What's going on YouTube? It's Brand from Team Arsenal back with another video, and today in this new year 2022 we have Fluffal DPE for you guys. It's something fun I've been working on, something I've been doing since I was bored for the last 2 weeks or so, on our little hiatus. Missed you guys. So happy to see we still have some subscribers coming in and everything like that. But guys, if you want any more updates on us, whatever, outside of the channel, of course, we have Instagram and a Facebook channel, Facebook page, excuse me, that you guys can check out in the descriptions below. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So starting off with the monsters, we're looking at triple dog, standard, triple penguin, standard, double bear, one dolphin, one octopus, one sheep, and one wings. Now it's gonna wrap up our Fluffal lineup. Basically, the dog searches out all of our Fluffal monsters and Edgem sabers. Fluffal penguin allows us to special summon another Fluffal from our hand. Also has the ability of when it's used for fusion materials, you can discard two. You can draw 2 cards to discard 1, so that's pretty nice. Bear is basically our way to get into our toy vendor when we discard it, set toy vendor from deck, or if it's on the field, you contribute it off to get a pop magician back from graveyard. Dolphin is pretty nice, but you only need 1 of it. It basically has the ability of when you have a toy vendor in the graveyard, you can target toy vendor, set it back to the field, and dump a Edgem Sabers or a Fluffal monster from the deck. Which usually in this case it would be wings if you don't have sabers already. If you already have sabers, also has a little ability of when it's used for fusion material, you can shuffle back one of your banished fusion cards or polymerizations into the deck. Octopus is basically our recursion card. When there's no summon special, you can add back a Fluffal or Edgem card from our graveyard back to our hand. It also has the ability of when it's used for fusion material, it can put banished materials, banished monsters back into your graveyard for more usage. So in this case, you probably put back your wings and another Fluffal monster just to keep your plays going as far as your toy vendor shenanigans. Sheep, if you control a Fluffal monster, you can special summon it, and you can bounce back the other Fluffal to special summon a Edgem from your hand or deck, not hand or deck, excuse me, hand or graveyard. And Fluffal wings is basically just busted, but you only need 1 of it. You can banish the Fluffal wings and another Fluffal monster graveyard, draw a card, send toy vendor to the graveyard that's on the board, draw a card, and then toy vendor with search. So you basically +3 off just that little combo with 2 cards. So that's pretty nice. So that's it for our Fluffal lineup. For the rest of our monsters, there's more so stuff utility for the engine that we're playing, which includes the obviously the Edgems. So we're playing triple Edgem chain and 1 sabers. Don't play the other Edgems because they're bad. Sorry, they're bad. There's maybe an argument for Scythe if you're playing like a going second build or something like that, but this is mainly just to go first. It's like a little combo deck I'm working on. But for those who not know chain, the most important part that you need to know about is when it's sent from the field or hand to graveyard, you can search out, I believe, a Frifer card. Yes, a Frifer card from deck to hand, which would be your Frifer Repair, Frifer Fusion, Patchwork. I think it's Patchwork. I'm sorry, I forget the name of that card. Your Frifer Patchwork. Yeah, your Patchwork. Your Patchwork. And then for guys who don't know what the Sabers does, basically when it's in graveyard, you can top deck a card from your hand, special it back to the board from graveyard. So that's pretty good as utility. But you need these to do your fusions, obviously, if you haven't played Fluffals before. Then the last of our monsters, these are more so just like pieces for the combo. We play 1 Sabers, not Saber, excuse me, 1 Scythe, 1 Celestial, and 1 Dasher. That's because we play the DPE package, we also play it with Scythe. So basically our first turn board is basically usually DPE to pop Scythe, Scythe locks on our opponent, and then they just pass turn back to us where we just go from game from there. But that's just basically the bare bone of the combo. If you have more cards, you can actually do more with it. But which I'll show you guys the combo after the deck profile. So that's it for the monsters. 19 monsters in total. Moving on to the spells, we have no traps whatsoever in this deck. It's just a combo deck for fun, nothing serious. We're playing triple Foolish Barrel Goods because it can dump our Fry for Repair or our Toy Vendor to Graveyard. Toy Vendor, when it goes to graveyard, allows us to search for a Fluffal monster or a Edge Jump Sabers. So it's basically a starter in a sense. And the same thing with our, when it dumps the Fry for Repair, which allows, when it's banished, you can special summon a Fluffal from your hand. So it's basically an extender. So it has multiple purposes and multiple uses. We played 3 Forbidden Droplet. Now this card is not necessarily needed. I just play it for the fact that the deck doesn't mind sending extra cards from your hand to the graveyard, like that you might not use, or sending a Toy Vendor to the graveyard, or cards that you don't want in your hand to graveyard. So it's pretty solid with that. But it's not necessarily needed in the deck. I just like to play it because it actually, you know, keeps things lively. We're playing triple Patchwork. This is basically our best searcher in the deck right now. It allows you to search for an Edge monster as well as a polymerization, but you have to search out both. You can't do one or the other. You have to search out both when you actually use it, but it's still pretty good. And then we're playing triple polymerization because this is a fusion deck first and foremost. Then triple Toy Vendor, which is like the best card in the deck. Like this card plus wings just make the deck so busted. In the sense of like, you resolve this, you're basically just plussing every single turn to the point where like you could sit here and just have Siphon DPE on board, but you still have like 6 cards in hand, which is like insane if depending on what your hand is to begin with when you start the combo. So yeah, this is pretty good as well. So that's our 3 of. Let me get these out the way so we can clear up our space for our other spells. Apologies if you hear in the background, that's my heat coming on. Heat? I don't know what you call that. The opposite of the AC, the one that gives you heat. You know what I mean. So moving on. We're playing double Fusion Destiny as far as DPE package. We're playing basically 2 because one is like if you go for Verte, and this doesn't hurt to actually hard draw it either. You do a combo and then you just slap down the Fusion Destiny to get your DPE. That's why I played 2 of it. But 3 of it definitely don't need 3 of it. 3 of it is way too much. And then our 1-ofs, 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Fry for Fusion, and 1 Fry for Repair. So Call by the Grave should explain it. The Foolish Burial is for our Edge of Sabers, as well as Fluffal Wings in certain situations, but it's more so just having an extender with our Edge of Sabers if you don't already have access to it. But it's something that can be taken out of the deck, truth be told. Fire Fusion is for the combo. Also, it's like an extension if you have you know, it's also like resources and that's the last thing you have, so it doesn't hurt. It's like a Miracle Fusion for the deck. And then our Fire for Repair. Let me read this card for you guys so you don't know what it does. Excuse me. Target 1 Fry for Fusion monster in your graveyard, return it to your extra deck, and then you can special summon 1 Fluffal or Edge monster from your graveyard. Also has another effect of when you banish this card from the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Fry for Fluffal, or Edge monster from your hand, which you only can use 1 effects per turn, but either way it's fine. You also can dump this off of your Cruel Will to actually set up an extender for the following turn. So yep, that's it for the main deck, 40 cards. Now moving on to the extra deck, trying to speed up a little bit so we actually don't burn too much time. Fusions first, double Cruel Will. It's basically like a on summon DPE where you can just pop 1 card on your side of the field, pop 1 card on your opponent's side of the field. Also has the ability that when you send a Frifer monster or Frifer card in general from the deck or the extra deck to graveyard, you can target one of your Frifer monsters on the board. It gains attack equal to half its original attack. So basically you can bump this one up to like at least 39 attack. So that's pretty solid. And you, like I said, you can dump the Frifer Repair from the deck, and it's basically an extender for the following plays. But yeah. Then we're playing double Frifer Kraken. It's basically has the ability of you can target 1 card, well, not target 1 card, target 1 monster on your opponent's side of the field since it's a graveyard, but you cannot attack the turn you do that. But it also has the ability of if you don't do that part, you can actually swing twice with it. So you're basically hitting your opponent for 44 in total, which that's pretty annoying, but especially if you stack it up with other monsters like the Frifer Sabretooth, which boosts all your Frifers by 400 attack. So that's pretty solid as well. And then our last fusion is the DPE for the DPE package, obviously. Now, moving on to the links. We're playing 1 Dagda for our combo. Cross Sheep, great extender in this deck when you fusion summon. Nightmare Phoenix, which you don't like back row whatsoever. Verte is for our combo and our DPE, obviously. Appaloosa, because yes, we can actually go into this easily actually. Access code talkers, because it's just a way to go into something other than Appaloosa when you have the materials for a link for to break boards, etc. So that's our links. And then we do have one proxy in the final part, which I apologize for. This one Abyss Dweller. This is supposed to be behind my shark, but my friend Gojo keeps dropping the ball on that one. Shout out to Gojo though. Shout out to Gojo. And a totally awesome. Now, the original combo I was telling you guys about, it actually is just with 2 cards, you'll be able to set up a Scythe plus DPE. But with 3 cards, you'll be able to set up a Scythe, a DPE, and a totally awesome. So I'm going to get right to the combos. So it's going to be 2 combos I'm going to show you guys. One is a 2 card, another is a 3 card, and then we're going to be doing 1 test hand. Or maybe 2 test, no, maybe 1 test hand. 1 test hand we'll do. So alright, so let's go ahead and get right into that. Alright guys, combo time. So this combo basically just requires 2 cards. 2 cards, I don't know why I put up 1 finger. 2 cards. Dog and Edge of Chain, but you also can do this with a Foolish Barrel Goods and a Fry Patchwork, or even a Dog Patchwork. It doesn't matter, as long as you can get to these 2 cards, that's all that matters. So we start off with normal summoning the dog, activate dog's effect to search out our sheep. Okay? Name a special sheep because we control dog. Use sheep effect to bounce the dog. Special out the chain. Okay? Then you link these 2 away for our Dagda. This will trigger our Edge chain to search for our Fry for Fusion. If you already have Fry for Fusion in hand, you can get Patchwork. It doesn't really matter. But all you need is the Fry for Fusion for the combo. From here, we will activate Fry for Fusion, triggering the Dagda to set our Scythe. We'll put it right here. So guys, remember that Scythe. I want to make sure you guys can see that. My apologies. So it's Scythe. And we're going to Fusion by banishing these 2 from the deck. Excuse me, from the graveyard. To summon out our Crow Whale. Now from here, this is basically just materials to go into our Verte Anaconda. But what you also can do here is just have a little follow-up for your dog. Next turn, so you have to actually use your normal summon on it. You can use the Crow Whale's effect. Target itself, dump a Frighter card from deck, which will be your repair, which you can banish yourself to special Edge Up or Fluffal from your hand. Okay, so from here, we piece out these 2 into our Verte. Don't ban him just yet, I swear to God. He's only for fun decks. Pay 2,000. Go for Fusion Destiny, dumping Celestial, and our Dasher for DPE. Now from here, if you want to, like, me personally, I don't feel comfortable with having 2 darks on the board because, like, Super probably is a card. But if you feel safe, you can leave it like this, and then on your opponent's standby, you can go DPE, pop the Verte and pop the Scythe, or you can go DPE and Scythe, because you can lead a Verte for follow-up for next turn. Because, like I said, you can always just, you know, use that for poly. If you play another Fry for Fusion or something like that, you can use that as well for that. So the Verte is still viable in the deck other than just DPE, but in this case I would just really pop both of these, or actually better, you can pop itself and the Scythe. That way you can do chain link 1 Scythe and chain link 2 DPE, so they can't really like Ghost Butters or anything like that. Summon this back out, DPE will summon back out next turn. Then Scythe will activate the effect to lock out the extra deck for your opponent. Like I said, this is just with those 2 cards, with just Dog and Scythe. If you have more cards to it, you can add more to the combo, obviously. So we're now going to go into combo number 2 for you guys. Alright guys, move on to the second combo, a 3-card combo. Technically we'll go 3.5, but the last card does not matter. It's just about to go back to the top of the deck anyway. But you will need Penguin, Goods, and Sheep. Now this one you can change around a little bit and find other ways to do the combo, but this one is the one where I'm like more so like these are 3 ofs. You can easily search this out. So but basically just in short, you would need these 2 cards plus an extender. Just put it that way. But Sheep is the easiest extender to relate to the deck. So anyway, we're gonna start off with these back here. Start off with the Fusion Foolish Barrel Goods. Foolish Barrel Goods will then dump the vendor. Vendor will then search for a Fluffal or a Jump. We'll get Dolphin. So now we would go normal penguin, penguin effect, special out the dolphin, and then we'll special out the sheep as well. Now from here, we can go dolphin effect, targeting the vendor, reset the vendor, dumping our edge imp sabers to graveyard. Okay, cool. Now turn these two into our proxy Bahamut Shark. Shout out to Gojo. So now we will use the effect. We'll detach the dolphin for now. Doesn't really matter which one you detach. To go and get our totally awesome on the board. And that is our 5th summon, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And then from here, we can turn the sheep and the Bahamut into our Dagda, which we'll put right there. Make sure it's still in the camera though. Dagda. Yep. Okay. Cool. So now we can flip the vendor, and since it was activated, this will trigger the Dagda to set the scythe. All right, cool. Now this is where that one card in our hand, which it can be Dasher, doesn't really matter, will come into handy because we will then top deck the Dasher for the edge of sabers and graveyard to summon itself out. And from here, we'll link these two away into our Verte. Verte effect will pay 2,000. Fusion Destiny. There we go for our DPE. And now basically we have the same combo from last time, except for this time we have way more follow-up in terms of our toy vendor, our edge of sabers and graveyard, which that's a body right there alone. Then we have a draw 2 for Celestial combo, the DPE if it survives. We're looking pretty good here. So basically, just like last combo, you would go to the opponent's turn, you either can pop the DPE and the scythe, or you can pop the Verte and the scythe. But in this case, like I said, I always play it safe where I like to do the little chain blocker where you pop the DPE and the scythe, and then you do chain link 1 scythe, chain link 2 DPE. So basically, guaranteed the scythe at least comes back out from the graveyard. They will have to end permanents like that when it comes back out. But in that case, you have the totally awesome for it. So that's the combo 3.5, I guess 3.5 if you want to call it. Like I said, there's other ways to do it. Just this the simplest, cleanest way to do it. So now the last thing we're going to is a test hand. All right, guys, finally the test hands. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe to your friends about us. At time of recording this video, we have 285 subscribers, 15 away from our 300 subscriber giveaway. We have a subscriber giveaway every 50 subscribers. So make sure to tell your friends, invite your friends, make sure they subscribe, and we'll all be happy and we're good friends. And remember, if you want to stay in contact with us or have any updates to the channel, whatever the case may be, you can always follow us on Instagram and like our Facebook page. So as you can see, I'm shuffling up here. You know, as when you do deck profiles, you organize your deck and everything like that. So I just hope that we don't brick in this test hand. I'm trying to get as many shuffles in as I can on this one. I'm trying to make it quick though, because the barrier's kind of low on the camera, the top camera. I don't know about the side camera, but I know for sure the top camera is low on battery. All right, guys, we shuffled up enough right there. Get one more in here for good measure. I'm gonna cut on camera for you guys. Now, opening hand, we're going first. We have Droplet, Fusion Destiny, Bear, Dolphin, and Dog. Okay, so, thing is, we have a very cheesy, when I say cheesy, I really do mean cheesy, way to our combo. Where we can simply just go Dog, activate its effect. We'll grab our sheep. It's basically still 2-card combo if you have Dog plus Fusion Destiny. So special out the sheep, link those two away, for our artifact Dagda. And from here, we can go Fusion Destiny, Chain Dagda, setting Scythe, sending Celestial and Dasher for our DPE. So now we have the hard drawn one, and that makes it where we just still have Craft and Follow, because this can go to Toy Vendor, this can re-get our Toy Vendor if anything happens to it, as well as sending Wings to Graveyard, and then Droplet is Droplet. So in this case, if we want to actually, we can do Bear Effect to set the Toy Vendor, but things we're not gonna activate the Toy Vendor, we're just gonna literally use it for our Droplet. So we can set the Droplet, and then just have Dolphin in hand. So basically here, we will, on our opponent's turn, we'll be able to do the standard DPE, pop Scythe, Scythe, DPE, Scythe some back out. And then on top of that, to follow it up, we also have a Droplet plus a Toy Vendor. Because in this case, you can just easily just send away, say they got 2 monsters, whatever the case may be, or you just send away the Toy Vendor, or send away the Dagda to negate, or just send away the Toy Vendor in general. And the Toy Vendor would search. In this case, you could probably search for maybe a Dolphin or whatever the case may be. Then you have Dolphin plus, not Dolphin, excuse me, Penguin. And you have Penguin plus Dolphin in your hand. And then like the first combo, or second combo I showed you guys, where you just be able to set up a Bahamut Shark plus maybe a Wings in Graveyard. So yeah, so plenty of follow up with this one, as well as, you know, the standard DPE Scythe combo. So now, since that one was quick, we'll just go ahead and shuffle back up and get you guys into another test hand real quick before we wrap this one up. So, all right, so test hand number 2, this will be it. Opening hand is Foolish Burial, Wings, Scythe itself, Bear, and Penguin. Okay, so this one is really, really weird. So I do see the DPE line already set up for us easily. See how I want to go about this though. So what I'm going to do off rip, I'm going to do Bear Effect to set the Toy Vendor. Yeah, get that out the way right now. That's one thing I just want to keep in the loop. We don't necessarily have to do that, but I just want to do that because I actually want to try something out here. So I'm going to shuffle up again. You guys can see it. Cut. Okay, cool. We'll flip Toy Vendor. Then we'll go Foolish Burial to dump our Sabers. Okay, cool. So now we have Sabers in grave. Now what we can do is we can go Sabers, top deck the Penguin to get his own self on board. We can set the Scythe. We don't have to worry about that part anymore. And then we can go Toy Vendor Effect, discarding the Wings. Oh, look, it's Penguin. Special summon the Penguin. And then from here, we can link these two into our Verte Anaconda. Then from here, we can pay 2,000. Fusion Destiny, Dasher, and top of the deck Celestial. Gotta let's see it for our DPE. Now this one, like I said, it burns a little bit more of our hand, but it's fine because it gives us actual good follow-up. Because now we can actually do our Wings combo, because we control a Toy Vendor and we have 2 Fluffals in graveyard. We can banish Wings and banish Bear to draw a card, which would be Patchwork. Then we can send the Toy Vendor to graveyard, draw another card. And then Toy Vendor can search. In this case, we'll go ahead and search for our Dolphin in this case. Yeah, we'll go for Dolphin. That way we can normal summon Dolphin, reset the Toy Vendor, and then dump a edge jump sabers or a Fluffal monster. But you see we also have droplet now, so that sets up a droplet for us. We can set the droplet. So we have another form of disruption on our opponent's turn, but also we can go for patchwork, fusion, and our chain. Because now we have a chain for our droplet, because now when chains in the graveyard, I can search for a Fryfer card, which would be another Fryfer patchwork, Fryfer repair, or a Fryfer fusion, but in this case, it'd probably be Fryfer patchwork, just to get another 2 cards in hand. So now again, we have follow-up, plus a way to try to defend our combo, and we still have the combo as well. So yep, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, tell your friends about us. And it's been Rand from Team Arsenal signing out. Peace and have a great day.
Hi guys, it's Bunny from Team Arsenal. As always, thank you for watching our videos, and always remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.